Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Zen Zone Podcast. I am your host, David Raymondo, and we are here at the Fall River Public Library. Before we get into today's topic, I would just like to give you a few minutes of Zen. So we're going to start off. If you wish to join me, feel free. Wherever you are, you can sit or lie down and close your eyes. Take a moment to focus on all the sensations that you may be feeling. Check in with yourself both mentally and physically. Breathe in through your nose. Out through your mouth. We're going to do this 3 times. Now let's take a moment to check in how you are feeling physically. Notice any areas that are loose and also very tense. Just for a brief moment, we're just going to do a body scan from the top of our head down to our toes. So at this time, you may picture any colored light you like. Let the color start at the top of your head and go all the way down. Just let it go. Let it reach to the end of your toes. Let's take a few minutes here and stay here. As you're visualizing, be mindful of your breath. Let it go from your head Let it travel down from your neck, from your shoulders, to your chest, down to your stomach, down to your thighs, to your knees, to your calves, to your feet, then to your toes. We're going to take 3 breaths, and we're going to come back into the room. You may slowly open your eyes. I hope that you are feeling refreshed and centered. Today, we are going to be talking about Reiki for your pets. Now, this will also come in handy if you volunteer with animals as well, such as a shelter. So, we're going to start off with a basic definition of what Reiki is. I'm just going to simplify it as much as possible. It is a energy healing technique that is supposed to help you relax. It's supposed to help ease any emotional or physical distress you may be feeling. And when you go in for a Reiki session, what a practitioner does is that they focus on your chakras. And chakras, what they are energy points on your body, on your subtle body. And each chakra correlates to something that is part of you physically and also emotionally. Animals also have these chakras, and I will explain where these chakras are. It's very similar to where they're located on humans as well. So, there's the root chakra, which is the base of the tail, and the color associated with that chakra is red. There is a sacral chakra. The color associated with that chakra is orange, and it is on the belly and above the organs. There's also the solar plex chakra. That color associated with this chakra is yellow. It is on the upper chest and also just in front of the legs. Then we have the heart chakra, and that's near the heart and chest area, and the color for that chakra is green. We have the throat chakra, and that is, as it says in the name, it's near the upper throat area for the animal. There's the third eye chakra. It's between the eyes and a little upward. And the third eye chakra, it is a dark purple. And also there is the crown chakra. And that is right above the animal's head. And the color for that chakra is a light violet. So each animal has these chakras, and if each of these chakras are open, or we like to say spinning like a wheel, that's what chakra means in Sanskrit. It means a wheel or a disc. So if these energy points on your pet they're spinning, they are feeling healthy both on a physical and emotional level as well. And the best part about having a pet, in my opinion, is that they're very intuitive. I have a cat that I got about a year ago, and I'll tell you what, it is one of the most intuitive creatures I've ever met in my life. Anytime that I am giving somebody Reiki, she's right there watching. Anytime that I'm meditating, she definitely makes her presence known. She wants to be part of the relaxing vibe. And I've also tried different Reiki techniques on her as well. And I would say for the most part, despite a few bites and swats, she's pretty receptive to it. So I'd like to share with you some quick tips on how you can help your pet relax, help their chakra spinning, and you would when they're feeling good, I'm pretty sure you're going to be feeling good as well. So it's a win-win situation. So let's get into what we can do to help our pets, help them get their chakras spinning. So to see if they are going to be receptive to Reiki, like for example, I'll use Molly. When I'm sitting on the couch, when I'm sitting on the couch, she'll hop right on my lap. And as I'm petting her, I kind of get a vibe that she might need some attention on her chakras. And it's something that it's hard to explain to know when the appropriate time to give Reiki to your pet is. But I would say trust your gut or your intuition. Most likely you're around this animal a good portion of the time, especially since most of us have been home during the pandemic. So you probably have learned more about your pet than you could ever possibly imagine. And I'm sure he or she's learned just as much about you. So if you notice that your pet is sitting by your side on the couch or next to you, it's on your lap, that might be a good time to try some Reiki. And what you want to do is, as they're sitting on your lap, you might want to just take a few breaths and just tap into your intuition. To do that is as you're sitting and as you're focusing on your breath, just be in the moment. Intuitively, you'll be guided of maybe like a chakra that needs attention, whether it's their belly, the sacral chakra, whether it's the tail area, the root chakra, or the head, which is the crown chakra. And what you want to do is you just want to kind of do like a scan, like a mental scan, to kind of see like what you're picking up. And once you have an idea of, maybe like where you want to focus, what I like to do is I like to pick up my hand and I place it over that particular chakra. And just like what we did at the beginning of the podcast, I encouraged you to imagine a light going down from your head down to your toes. You can place your hand over the area of your pet that you want to give Reiki to. So for example, if Molly's on my lap and I'm feeling the crown chakra needs some attention, I just simply put my hand over her head, just a few inches high, and I'll know if she's receptive, if she doesn't really flinch too much, or if she doesn't, of course, obviously doesn't like scratch or bite, and if she's just going with the flow. So once I know she's in the flow, I like to visualize some light coming from my hand onto her head. Now each pet, it's going to vary how long they want Reiki for. But as you're imagining this, just picture that they're receiving it. They're just receiving a nice relaxing light. And it's for their highest intention and it's for its good. So as long as they're in the flow and they're liking it, and they don't push your hand away, you go with it as long as you'd like to. And you're going to notice as their energy shifts, most likely yours is as well. Another technique you can use is it's scanning. So if you don't want to just leave your hand on one particular area of your pet, you can kind of just easily just scan just slightly above them and just use the same technique. You can just visualize a light going down from their head all the way down to their toes, to their tail. And when you're doing this, you can definitely feel the energy coming off from them. And when you're in that zone with them, as I said, you're definitely going to benefit from that as well. Another way to give your pet some much needed chakra attention, I would recommend setting some time to meditate or doing something that relaxes you. If meditation isn't your thing, maybe it's playing guitar, maybe it's reading a book. Animals are very sensitive to energy, and if you can do something while in the presence of your pet, if you're winding down, whether you're reading, listening to music, meditating, that's going to help their mental health as well. About 2 weeks ago, as I was meditating, I was really deep into it, and then I heard Molly meowing, knowing that she was making her coming up the stairs to join me. And what she likes to do is, as I'm meditating, I usually meditate in my bedroom. As I'm sitting on a chair, she'll hop onto the bed and be straight ahead, just focused in on me, absorbing all the energy. And it's definitely a relaxing experience, especially when you have two energies that have the intention to relax. So these are just some small tips I wanted to share with you about getting your pet's chakras spinning and nice and relaxed. I look forward to reconnecting with you on the next Zen Zone podcast. Thanks. Much love.